chilies are a hot commodity on shelves and in kitchens for both domestic and commercial use. Now, right here in Kenya, chili production actually plays a huge role towards the Kenya law enforcement and its operations. We're here in Kilifi to catch up with chili farmers who have flourished in this particular value chain thanks to their partnership with Mest. Welcome to another episode of Rescue My Business. I'm Shiko Kaitani. Chili farming in Kenya is proving to be a great source of income for many smallholder farmers in Kenya. It is a booming business yet to be fully exploited. Chili peppers, simply known as chili or Pili Pili locally, are related to the capsicum and come in many varieties. The most common in Kenya being the African bird's eye chili, locally known as Kachachawa, is a perennial small fruit that is quite hot and much spicier than other chilies. Amos Masha and the community around him are small-scale farmers of the RMB Chilli in Langombaya, Kilifi County. An agribusiness venture that Amos says was a good choice on his part and a delightful journey.
Ukulima huu umenipendeza sana. Jambo la kwanza ni kwamba hauna gharama nyingi. Isitoshe situmii madawa mengi. Kisha halafu mmea wenyewe unadumu muda mrefu. Na kuvuna kwake ni kwamba kila wakati bora uone uhudumia sawa kwenye madawa, kwenye mbolea, pia na maji kidogo, hitaji maji mengi.
As part of the Mkondoni Nyamala Chili Group, Amos and other chili farmers own small pieces of land which would otherwise not give them adequate income. However, the small pieces of land have been able to accommodate chilies that are of premium quality, and the group has approximately 500 chili plants. This cannot be dismissed as a minor project due to its high net worth. Moreover, the Mkondoni Chili Group is able to produce 1,500 kilos of chili peppers with every harvest. Their determination and commitment to this cash crop caught the attention of the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust, who stepped in to help farmers through Equator Kenya Limited.
Chili value chain supports approximately 8,000 small-scale farmers in Kilifi County. And these farmers own very small plots of about 20 by 10 meters. This is able to support the farmer and the families with various basic needs at home level, which includes provision of food, payment of school fees, and other needs that most farmers face at household level.
Chilies are shallow-rooted plants, and farmers are advised to put a layer of mulch to conserve soil moisture and to keep the soil temperatures even. The advantage with the chili plant is that it grows very well with limited amounts of water. But even so, droughts occur. Relying on rain to water their crops could ruin their harvest. Through Mest, the RMB Chilli farmers were empowered to purchase drip irrigation systems and are now able to farm consistently throughout the year. Many of them attribute their high yield to the knowledge provided to them on water management.
Tengeneza drip hizi si kwamba tumepata afueni kidogo, kwa sababu maji pale ndani unafungua kidogo size ile unataka kwenye shimo ya pilipili, na unakuta kwamba gharama yake ni kidogo.
As we speak now, it's raining, so you would see the crop is doing very well, but during the dry season is the opposite. The crop is dry and the farmers cannot realize the approximately 3 kilograms per plant. Sometimes they end up with less than half a kilo per plant, which is quite low. With the support that MESP did provide, then the farmers are able to harvest chili all the year round and therefore increase their income levels.
The low-cost water-efficient drip irrigation kits were offered on credit and with a 35% subsidy. Farmers were also given fertilizer trails for their farms. The farmers you see here have also benefited in many other ways. For example, they have a collection center where they take their produce before it's collected by the buyer, Equator Kenya. MEST partnered with Equator Kenya Limited in the year 2009 on initiatives to boost chili production and streamlining marketing through financial linkages with Lamu Teacher Sacco Limited. Chili farmers were linked to the Sacco for provision of loans for farm input supply, and deductions were through proceeds obtained from chili sales. Other support by MEST went directly to farmers to support training on good agronomic practices, right from nursery establishment to field management in areas such as Mpeketoni and Kipini in Lamu and Tana River counties, among others. MEST has trained farmers on integrated crop management and integrated pest management programs to boost the chili production.
Kuna ofisi wetu wa nyanjani yalikuja tuonyesha hali ya kulima pilipili. Na mengi sana tumepata kwake. Hata wakati kwa sasa wala dudu, yeye pia ametuonyesha. Dudu akiwa hivi, tumie dawa fulani, sisi tunapata ujuzi kutoka kwake.
Equator Kenya plays a major role in the chili value chain. Their bulk purchase of fresh chilies from farmers means a direct impact on the livelihoods of hundreds of people like those you see here in Langombaya. And as Amos tells us, it's having such a reliable market with major players like Equator Kenya that his life and that of the community has truly transformed.
Huu kulima pilipili umenifaa sana kwa sababu zile shughuli ambazo mimi huwa na zinanigharimia pesa, kwani huu unanipatia mapenyo. Mahali kwamba mimi niko na familia, niko na watoto wa secondary, nalipa karo, wengine kwa primary. Tesitoshe, kuna hiyo machine water pump nimepata kwa ajili ya pilipili. Wamesaidia hata katika kikundi chetu. Kuna wale wakulima wenzangu waliweza kubadilisha nyumba zao, kuweka mabati. Vile kuna wengine hata wamenunua plot za trading center ili waweze kujenga maduka.
The 500 chili plants can produce an equivalent of about 1,500 kilograms of fresh chili like this, that when sold to Equator Kenya Limited, a farmer can earn up to 90,000 Kenya shillings. You can see lots of coconut trees. The farmer is able to harvest from the coconut trees, and also under the coconut trees they have the chili crop, which means is additional income for the farmers.
Making an impact in the agribusiness sector is the mission of the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust. On part 2 of the show, we have more for you to pick up on chili farming. We go beyond the farm to show you how this hot commodity moves from farm level to the outside market. It's a step-by-step process that integrates community, technology, and marketing. And it's all supported by MEST. Related to the capsicum, chili is a great source of vitamin A, C, and B complex. It is widely known that chili helps reduce cholesterol levels in the body, aids digestion, and even relieves muscle and joint pain. When it comes to edibles, chili is widely used to flavor curries and dry dishes. When dried, chili can be ground into powder or a paste. India is the world's biggest producer, consumer, and exporter of chili peppers. While in Kenya, companies like Equator Kenya Limited, who deal in the processing and sale of chili, contribute fairly to the world market and export to Europe, the US, and Japan.
We are solely processing chilies for export market. We produce all the chilies brought to the factory. We dry the chilies and we export as whole grains after passing through our rigorous tests to make sure that they are free from affliction by salmonella and all these bacterial infestations.
Equator Kenya's inclusive business is a prime example of the power of the private sector. The Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust chose to work with Equator Kenya since they have market-driven solutions to development challenges, creating a win-win situation for the local farmers.
The marketing of chili is steady because it's Equator Kenya that buys the chili from the farmers. A kilo of chili, fresh chili like this, would be bought at about 60 shillings per kgs if it is less than 100 kgs. And the moment the farmer is able to reach about 200 kgs, then they get 70 shillings per kilo.
Our company is based on 3 pillars, that is market certainty, financial support to our farmers, and training of farmers to bring them up to current market trends and current production trends in agriculture.
With the local farmer earning an income and the exporters having a constant supply of fresh produce, MEST stepped in to facilitate the idea of crop management. In partnership with Equator Kenya, trained extension officers were brought on board to guide farmers on how to maintain their crops. This includes guiding the farmer on land preparation, crop management, harvesting, to even post-harvest handling.
We have worked with the Equator Kenya Limited to support their extension service so that they can reach as many farmers as possible, thereby expanding the number of farmers that go into chili production.
By organizing continuous trainings and ensuring farmers are committed to good agronomic practices, this has translated to better produce and greater earnings. So, how is it all done? Fred Nyamwea of Equator Kenya tells us all about the day-to-day runnings of the Chili Collection Center.
Tunafanya na wakulima, small scale farmers, wameform groups. Zile groups tukikuja tunamobilize wao wakulima. Sasa Kenya kinaendelea nyuma yangu hivi, wakulima wameleta pilipili sokoni, tuna weigh kilo zao, kila mkulima akiona, na kuna chairman hapa, chairman ana witness na mkulima. Baadaye tukishanunua tunapea mkulima, tunaandikia mkulima kilo zake, tunapeleka kwa factory. Ikifika kwa factory, kilo zake zinawekwa kwa system. Ikifika mwisho wa mwezi tunawalipa kulingana na deliveries za mkulima ameleta in that all month.
Guaranteed purchase of chili at the collection center has been a successful business model that MEST strongly advocates for. Farmers can smile knowing that they have a ready market for all that they produce. At the processing plant, Equator Kenya ensures that chili farmers and chili buyers abroad are recorded on an up-to-date list. This allows them to be in constant communication with both key players using technology to update and inform them with relevant information.
With SMS, we can also communicate on time with the farmers, unlike before using the system, whereby communication from Equator to the farmers was also difficult. For instance, during this rainy season, farmers are able to receive weather forecasts and production tips through their mobile phones.
And speaking about technology, MEST supported the upgrade of Equator Kenya's information management systems, which was adjusted to include a credit module. The credit module provides valuable information for lenders to extend credit facility based on produce supply. Farmers now more than ever can rest assured that their produce is recorded accurately thanks to a genius mobile application known as eProd.
eProd is a software that basically enables us as Equator Kenya Limited to efficiently and cost-effectively manage the large database of farmers that we have, starting with all activities from field activities, deliveries, payment of crop, loan repayments, management reporting, and all the trainings that they undergo. And it has helped us to manage a large database of farmers.
Technology meets agriculture when it comes to this value chain. And this is something that the CEO of Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust says has the potential to attract more and more young people into the agribusiness sector.
Agriculture is becoming increasingly also attractive to young people, especially now with technology and introduction of crops which don't require a long time to mature, so they have high value. So many young people and women who are unemployed are engaging more and more into this kind of agriculture activities.
MEST, in collaboration with the Kenya Association of Manufacturers (KAM), supported an energy audit for Equator Kenya Limited, aiming at identifying areas of improvement to achieve efficient utilization of water and energy at the factory. The utilization of solar energy for drying of chili instead of using kerosene was recommended. Equator has since then taken recommendations and are currently installing a big solar dryer estimated to cost millions of shillings. On completion, this will make chili from Equator Kenya Limited more competitive, thus increasing its market stability for chili farmers. MEST continued to partner with Equator Kenya Limited by supporting marketing enhancement of chili to its clients through training sessions to acquire the ISO 22000 certification for food health and safety management systems.
We started our partnership with MEST in the year 2010. We entered into an MOU whereby MEST was to help us finance several things. Key among them, an energy audit, the KAM energy audit, they financed it. They've also helped us to finance the initial stages of ISO 22000 certification.
Once farmers do their part of harvesting the chilies, they are collected from various points by authorized Equator Kenya vehicles. When the chilies hit the processing plant, they are graded according to customer specifications, dried, processed, packaged, and good to go to their respective destinations.
We are dealing with mostly European markets. Few among the European markets are Spain, Germany, the Netherlands, England, and sometimes Japan. Chili is collected by our own trucks so that we can observe traceability. You realize traceability is a key word today in the current food production because most consumers would like to work backwards and trace where the product or which farm the product was produced in case there is any problem or any cause to be investigated.
Despite Equator Kenya having produced an average of 250 metric tons in the past 2 years, Mr. Mbuvi tells us that they have even higher targets this year. And you might ask why. Well, simply put, the supply is just not meeting the demand.
The market is robust. We are not satisfying the demand, and that's why we are encouraging all people along the coastal region where we operate in all the counties to gear up and come to this crop production that is chili value chain, because the demand is there and the money is good. The production has been good, but we wish to increase it to produce more than 1 million kilos.
So what does this mean for any upcoming farmer looking to join the chili market? Well, it simply means that there's room for more. If you feel like this is the value chain for you, well, this is what you need to know.
With half an acre, one can plant an average of 2,000 chili plants. With plant spacing of 1 by 1 meters and the right management of your chili plants, your plants have the potential to yield 2 to 5 kilos of chili per plant for a year. With the average selling price of 60 Kenya shillings per kilo, you could potentially earn 300 Kenya shillings per plant, if each gives you 5 kilos. In total, your potential earnings from your 2,000 chili plants could be 600,000 Kenya shillings. Kenya is a hub for growth of great chilies as they flourish in warm areas. The warmer the growing conditions, the hotter the chili. Chilies are green in color, and after several weeks, their fruits turn red. With good management, your chili peppers can remain productive for 3 years after planting and can be harvested twice a week.
Now at Equator Kenya, chili is produced strictly for food additives. But did you know that there are numerous uses to the chili other than edibles? Well, here are some interesting facts just for you.
Not surprising but overlooked is the use of chili to produce pepper spray and what we often see in riots, tear gas. Chili peppers contain a substance called capsaicin that, if ingested or applied, spark the pain receptors in the mouth and throat, causing serious irritation. Chilies can actually be described as a form of less lethal weapon. In many parts of Africa and Asia, chili is used by farmers to keep wild animals like elephants at bay. Elephants have a large and sensitive nasal system. The pungent smell of the chili causes them discomfort and deters them from feeding on the crops. And so, farmers plant a few rows of chili around their valuable crops. Over in Langombaya, farmers are thankful to the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust for economic empowerment. The hot commodity has truly transformed the lives of the people from the Mkondoni Nyamala Chili Group.
It's been very fulfilling, let me say, because we have seen people's life transformed. We have seen people who were doing agriculture because they felt there was nothing else to do, but now it has become a passion, it has become their business, it has become their source of livelihood. Because we are able to do studies, we carry out studies to determine what are the viable commodities in a region. So when we are introducing a commodity in a region, we are very sure that there's a market for it and it's going to fetch good prices. So any farmer who subscribes to it then is able to receive the services that will enhance their capability to do this business.
It's a wrap from us here down in Kilifi. We sure hope that you found our feature on chili educative and entertaining. Now remember that the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust is on a mission to rescue agri-business ventures today. If you've got one, this is your chance. Go ahead and get in touch with us through the MEST call center that's indicated on your screen or through our Facebook page. We'll see you next week, same time, same station. I'm Shiko Kaitani. Thanks for watching.